Welcome to Inside Line, and don't be a dickhead. That's the controversial message from the Victorian government as it launches its latest road safety crusade. But Richard, who are the real dickheads here?
Well, I guess if you ask Tim Pallas, the Victorian Roads Minister, then Lewis Hamilton's, the F1 driver's a dickhead because he did a burnout outside the Grand Prix last week. But I'd say the guy that came up with this ad campaign's pretty high on the list of candidates for that title.
It is an odd one, isn't it? I mean, we've got emos being born if you use your mobile phone while driving. We've got redheads having sex if you speed. Where are they going with this, and how did Lewis Hamilton get wrapped up in it all?
I don't know. I really don't. But I think it's all about generating controversy and getting the message out there. But I struggle with the actual message itself. I know we're not the target audience. I know it's 18 to 25s, but I don't see them getting it any more than we have. Yeah,
well, that's the thing. And certainly all the feedback we've had so far is that people just don't seem to get it. And I'm not convinced that the cut-through is going to be there, which is, after all, what advertising is all about. Now, moving from the controversial to the downright risky. And this week, General Motors announced it was going to start stocking Fords and Toyotas in some of its US dealerships. Richard, what the?
Yeah, I know it's a controversial one as well, I guess. But what they're saying is that they're prepared to back the quality of their product against their major competition. So you're going to be able to go into a GM dealership and drive a Toyota and a Ford, as well as the GM car, of course. But you've got to wonder.
Yeah, well, the big risk surely is that they'll like the Toyota or the Ford more than they'll like the GM. But I guess they're showing some sort of commitment there. Closer to home, but still on GM, we've got Holden talking about running Commodores on dirty nappies. Richard, have they gone mad? How's this going to work?
Oh, well, they haven't gone mad. What they're looking to do is to produce ethanol from normal household waste, which includes dirty nappies, but also food scraps. And what they're going to do is develop the Commodore to run on E85, which means that it'll be able to run on 85% ethanol.
Well, it certainly gives a new meaning to fill her up anyway.
It does.
Now, on a more serious note, Ford announced last week it was killing off the Falcon wagon just a few months shy of its 50th birthday. Now, Richard, is this the beginning of the end for the Falcon?
Well, I think it's reasonable to assume it's not a good look for the Falcon, but Ford keep telling us this has nothing to do with the sedan, that they'd earmarked the wagon for extinction when the Ford Territory came on the scene in 2004, so they're definitely not saying that this means the end of the Falcon sedan.
Yeah, I guess the only thing you've got to ask, which is something we did ask Ford President Marion Barella, is that, you've got a Falcon wagon, a Mondeo wagon, they're saying the big sales pitch with this car is it'll be more economical, better running costs, it's a similar size, all these sorts of things. Surely that translates over to the sedan.
Well, I think that, and you think that, but Ford doesn't think that, so we'll just have to take their word for it, I guess.
Indeed, and I suppose there could be all sorts of export deals, anything going on behind the scenes. Who knows what the future holds for the homegrown Falcon in Australia. But we'll bring you more about that story as it unfolds, and all the latest news and reviews. In the meantime, that's all for this week. We'll catch you next time.